So, after I made my response video to Speechy, I came across this one video made by a user known as PENTAGRIN that was a rant on the whole, art teacher hated me videos that you see a lot on YouTube for some fucking retarded reason, right? But anyways, I watched PENTAGRIN's rant video, and I thought it was a pretty good video. I will leave a link in the description below if you guys want to go check it out. It was a legitimately entertaining video. I saw nothing wrong with it. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is the same user who got completely fucking curb stomped by Just a Robot in one of his more recent videos. I will also leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check out that video, because that video is just pure, just really fucking entertaining commentary, right? But anyways, I liked her rant video, and I was like, oh, okay, so this video's pretty good. So I decided to check out some more videos from her channel, right? And then I came across this one video called DeviantCringe is Cringe. And that really just sprung up to me because I was like, wow, a video on DeviantCringe. How interesting. Now, let me give you guys a little bit of backstory towards these users in question, PENTAGRIN and DeviantCringe, right? So, both of these YouTubers are part of the, I guess you can say, DeviantArt community here on YouTube, if you want to call it a community. They essentially make almost nothing but DeviantArt related content, which isn't a problem, mind you. I'm not trying to criticize that. But that's essentially what their videos are. They're just part of the DeviantArt community here on YouTube. And yeah, and I was interested to watch this video because DeviantCringe, I've seen some of DeviantCringe's content before, right? And his videos are so fucking retarded that I was like, oh, and a rant video on him. That's gonna be very interesting. But then I watched the video, and it turned out it wasn't really a rant video. It was a kind of a rantish type video with a commentary thrown in, which isn't a problem, mind you. But anyways, I watched the video, and it was one of the dumbest fucking videos I've ever seen in my entire life, right? It was, the arguments that PENTAGRIN made against DeviantCringe were extremely poor. The video just had a bunch of fucking, just retards at every corner saying stupid shit. That honestly, it was so bad that I honestly was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do a commentary on this video just to try to reverse some of the stupid, that plagued the internet. Because a lot of morons actually liked this video. So yes, everyone, this video that I'm making right now is going to be mostly going to be a commentary on a commentary. Yes, I know that's kind of such a really autistic way to do things, but I don't think it's that bad. And if someone makes a commentary on my video, I'm definitely not going to make a video in response to that. I'm most likely, at the very most, just going to leave a comment, right? So anyways, I'm gonna go over the arguments she made in this video, because this video just kind of goes over a lot of the issues I have with this DeviantArt community here on YouTube, right? Oh, and just as a quick little disclaimer, I'm not going to be commentating on everything she says in this video because, I don't want to make this video longer than needed. So every time I skip part of her video to get to my next point, you'll see this clip that I'm showing you in the little corner, the corner of the video, right? You're gonna see that little clip play every time I skip part of her video. And in that little clip, I will explain what I'm skipping and the exact timestamps. And if you want to watch the full video, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can see that I'm not taking her out of context in any way, shape, or form. So without further ado, let's begin the commentary, shall we?
Cringe has become such an overused word. Honestly, at this point, I cringe whenever I hear someone unironically use it to describe something.
You mean exactly what you are doing now? And if that was supposed to be a joke, then your delivery needs major work.
this isn't too different from the graphic design is my passion image macro that's used to take the piss out of those with little to no art or programming skills. Clearly, just looking at this guy's channel, he's obviously very educated in the subject of art.
Okay, I know that was supposed to be sarcastic, but come the fuck on! Your delivery is so bad, like, can you be any more monotone? Put some actual fucking emotion into what you're saying, like, fucking hell, man.
Now, if I remember correctly, Yo-Yo made a rather constructive video addressing this dude's content not too long ago, and if I also remember correctly, he commented on that video, which shows to me that he watched it. Let's see how much of that criticism got through here.
Oh, what is up, everyone?
None. None at all. Zilch. Absolutely none of that criticism.
Are you going to give a quick example of one of the criticisms that Cringe doesn't follow? Because you literally give zero explanation to that point. Keep in mind, guys, I am someone who is an outsider to this gay DeviantArt YouTube community nonsense. I shouldn't have to watch another person's video to be informed about your video, for fuck's sake.
Okay, now that his ego's been inflated, it's time to put a pin in it and watch it spin around the room as it deflates. One thing that drives me up the wall is how DeviantCringe is somehow applauded for doing the things that Solar Sands constantly gets criticised for doing. And I'm not blaming DeviantCringe at all for this, he can't control his comment sections, just as anyone else can't, but I can't help but feel like it's deeply unfair that Solar's content has greatly improved, and yet there's a guy doing the same thing Solar was doing in the beginning and is essentially getting off scot-free for it.
Okay. Like what? Like I said earlier, you got to give an explanation to your point. I don't know anything about the criticisms that Solar Sands gets, so what the fuck? Honestly, if she's not gonna explain any of her points in this exposition of hers, then I'm just gonna skip and move on to her actual response video because I'm honestly getting sick of this shit.
Now, I wanted to be fair and take a look at DeviantCringe's most recent video at this time of recording. I feel like looking at recent videos can help provide with fairer and more relevant criticism. Also, most of my responses to this video will be unscripted, so...
And lo and behold, folks, what do we get? You know, I did say we were gonna be in for a bit of a surprise, and...
My biggest gripe with this guy is the fact that he censors nobody's usernames. I understand why you wouldn't censor usernames in call-out videos, but I see you have what can loosely be described as a disclaimer at the beginning of your video, but any creator who wants people to adhere to that disclaimer would make it as hard as possible for people to find people's profiles. I genuinely think you don't censor usernames because either you don't care or you're just too lazy. Personally, I think it's the latter, and we'll be getting more into that shortly.
What if he doesn't want to censor anybody's username? What if he doesn't want to underestimate his audience's intelligence, and he believes that a disclaimer is more than enough? This doesn't make him lazy or apathetic, and before you tell me, well, this DeviantArt user might get harassed on the internet by his fans, grow some thick skin. This is the internet, for fuck's sake. If you are on the internet making shitty inflation art, then of course you're going to be mocked and ridiculed for it. And do you know what the DeviantArt user can do to combat the quote-unquote harassment? If it bothers the user so much, they can just easily hit the block button. This is such a non-issue that DeviantCringe shouldn't even need to put a disclaimer to begin with.
And by the way, everyone, if the expression on our face isn't enough to make you laugh your ass off, the anatomy definitely will. Like, take a look at this leg over here, yeah. I don't know what the hell's happening. First off, it seems like, her leg is coming off the side of the belly. And
another big problem I find DeviantCringe and a lot of other reviewers doing is just critiquing the anatomy. Everyone knows that their anatomy is shit. Pointing out bad anatomy is not constructive criticism. It's the laziest criticism you can give someone, and to give that criticism and not say how you can improve it is twice as lazy. At least say, look at references, or practice life drawing. But you do none of that, because you obviously have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, what if he isn't trying to help improve the artist and is only trying to entertain his fans? What if he doesn't want to do constructive criticism? I'm sorry, honey, but when you start bitching about how someone chooses to portray themselves in their videos, that's called being a whiny snowflake. Also, your complaint that he only talks about the anatomy issues is wrong because he does go over other aspects of art. Hell, you yourself even show clips from your own fucking video of him talking about other aspects of art, such as color shading and the line work.
You know, like, the line work is nice and smooth, the coloring is really good, I especially love the coloring on the hair, you know, and all that stuff.
Are you seriously this fucking retarded that you did not catch that obvious error in your video? Like, seriously, what the fuck?
So take a look at everything. And yes, everyone, I said take a look at everything because I honestly don't know what the hell to talk about.
Maybe you don't know what to talk about because you have no idea what you're talking about. Why don't you leave it to people who know things about art to critique art? You're just making a mockery of the whole criticism process. Honestly, this is ridiculous. All you do is sit and wiggle your mouse around and say, "Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen, look at this, wow, look at this." You're like a child at a zoo, pointing at every single animal going, "Oh, mommy, look at that lion, look at that elephant." That's it, that's your content. It's content for idiots.
You know, it's funny how you get on him for not giving constructive criticism when you literally insult him in the next cutaway. Now, don't get me wrong, if you want to insult the dumb motherfucker, go right ahead. I have no problem with being an old-fashioned cyberbully on the internet, okay? In fact, I encourage it. My problem is that you criticize him for not giving constructive criticism, and you don't give constructive criticism either, you fucking hypocrite.
I was right. The fandom is something to fear for. Trust me, you haven't seen anything yet, and we are not gonna be clicking that, thank you very much.
You know, it's really sad that I have to listen to this poor man's Medicare making some of the most boring, uninteresting commentary I have ever seen on shitty DeviantArt pictures just to defend him from another moron online making some of the most retarded criticisms I have ever seen. Like, holy shit, man.
I really despise the way he has to go through the comments of every image he looks at. It just drives me insane. It's like a US torture technique. Why do you feel the need to do that? Do you really not have or not know what to say, that you have to resort to reading other people's comments?
Well, he read the comments in that part of the video to make a fucking joke. Now, yes, the joke is not really funny, mainly due to DeviantCringe's delivery, but it wasn't like he was reading those comments for no reason. Like, you're acting as if he just decided to randomly read comments. No, there was a point to it, and that was to make a joke that wasn't really funny, if that makes sense.
And this comes back to laziness. He doesn't even bother to censor any of these people's usernames.
Oh, so now he has to censor the people in the fucking comments? Why though? They aren't being criticized, for fuck's sake. Holy shit, this is retarded.
I do have to say, this kink will definitely, you know, amaze me like every single time I see it, because I cannot understand how you can be a fan of something and then get turned on by by basically signing the death warrant for these characters.
Kinks and fetishes are irrational. Why are you commentating fetish art if you do not understand what a kink or a fetish entails? Listen, you must be the biggest virgin or the biggest vanilla in the world if this is what offends you so greatly.
What? He's offended? You're literally spurging the fuck out over his statement, and honestly, I feel the salt just from your tone alone. All he did was literally say that he just doesn't understand the appeal of fetish art, and because he says that, that makes him a fucking virgin. So, him being normal and not being a degenerate makes him a virgin, apparently. Seriously, complaining about people making fun of fetish art online is one of the most retarded things you can do on the internet. Lastly, you criticize him for being offended when you are clearly more offended than he is. Another example of your hypocrisy.
I actually want to see you on a date and your girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever turns to you and says, I have a bondage kink. Would you just turn round and run out the fucking door? Because by the way you conduct yourself in these videos, that doesn't seem too out of the question.
Dude, calm down. He just made a simple statement. Like, seriously, you sound like you're about to cry over this shit. Like, grow up, man. Oh my god, this is fucking beautiful. You DeviantArt faggots are truly some of the most interesting retards on the internet.
Okay, everyone, so thankfully we're not getting anything that's absolutely traumatizing anymore.
I've just sat through 5 minutes of you reading DeviantArt comments. I'm pretty sure I've been traumatized enough today. Oh man. This is another thing that makes me laugh, because he pretends that this content is the worst of the worst, and it's abhorrent and it's disgusting. If it was truly that bad, it would 1, not be allowed on DeviantArt, and 2, not be allowed on YouTube. You display this content in your thumbnails uncensored, and you also display it in your videos uncensored. So it surely can't be that bad or require a mature content filter if you do not mature content your own videos or censor them.
Wow. Another instance of you taking a simple statement so seriously. This video is just painful. Or wait, I probably shouldn't say that, otherwise PENTAGRIN is going to bitch in the comments about my statement.
But the advice I can give you is, if you can do something like this, try to do like, actual epic pictures and all that stuff.
Why don't you make actual epic videos then, my dude?
Oh! 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 Sick burn, bro. Just fucking sick fucking burn, man. You... Cringe, DeviantCringe, man. You gotta listen to this, man. Just end your career right there. That burn, just too good, too good, right? Just fucking hell, man. Fuck, I can't even do anything about this video, man. I can't do anything about this video. This video, man, that burn makes this video a fucking 10 out of 10. You have no fucking idea, you fucking faggots. Holy shit.
Wow, dude, get out and talk to a real girl instead of doing this.
At least this guy has kinks and fetishes, and he's not some vanilla fuck like you. Like... I could say the same shit to you. You're strolling around DeviantArt recording it for views and money. That's fucking sad, man. You need to go out and get a girl.
So, you're seriously comparing someone making shitty DeviantArt rant videos online to someone else pretending that they are talking to a fictional character in a sexual manner. See, this is why there are a few people who think that PENTAGRIN is a troll. Because she makes some of the most absurd statements, and we're supposed to, like, take that shit even remotely seriously.
Oh, and take a look at that. Of course I am hashtag blocked.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. People who you bother online are going to block you because they don't want to deal with your insufferable ass. Oh my god. Listen. Maybe if you censored their usernames in previous videos, they wouldn't have blocked you, because people wouldn't have gone onto their profile and harassed them because of you.
Okay, can you give me some proof of DeviantCringe's fans going on to harass these users on DeviantArt? No? You aren't going to give me any sort of proof whatsoever? You're just going to pull shit right out of your ass? Oh, okay then. No problem. Fuck it, this is modern YouTube for fuck's sake.
To laugh at it and to be so quick to judge this person just makes you look like an ignorant fool. And honestly, that's all I get from your content. You are an ignorant fool. You don't know what you're talking about. You think everyone else is in the wrong but you. And you're hypocritical as fuck.
Okay, two things. One, you literally have no right to call someone a hypocrite because you have displayed hypocrisy fucking twice in this video, now 3 times. And number two, how is he a hypocrite? Are you actually going to explain something for once in this video, or are you just gonna keep pulling shit right out of your ass?
Please stop this. I have some very, very choice advice for you, mister.
Talk to a real girl instead of doing this.
I think I rambled on for far too long. So, here's Atari with some more rambling for you. Ladies and gentlemen.
If there's anything that people know me for, it's for my Cringios User Good video. That video is pretty much the flagship of my channel after all.
Oh goody. Another spurg I can take a crack at. Yay!
Cringe is such an overused word, and I don't see the need to call things cringe when you can instead give people constructive criticism so that they can improve as an artist, you feel me?
Again, not everyone cares about people improving, and some people make videos solely to entertain.
What's funny is when Penta and I watched his most recent video together, he nagged on someone for having improper shading and anatomy, but when he went on to another piece after where the anatomy and shading were also just as improper, he praised it. His criticisms hold no water and the videos he makes aren't funny, so the "it's just satire" card is off the table.
Okay, first of all, what is the point of you even being here if you're just going to repeat a lot of what PENTAGRIN says? And second, it's not satire because it's not funny? I mean, yeah, DeviantCringe isn't funny, but just because he isn't funny doesn't mean it's not satire. That makes literally no sense. It's like if I said that a shitty comedian isn't a comedian because he's not funny, or a chef isn't a chef because he makes shitty food.
I brought this up to Penta earlier. I was thinking to myself why I make my content. Not in a bad way, just in a thought-provoking way. I make content because I enjoy it, because what I have to say might be helpful to someone, because it indirectly promotes my comic. This guy, on the other hand, do you really enjoy making fun of fetish art and calling out people who quote-unquote trace or steal art?
I mean, yeah. Is that a problem now? He may be having the time of his life, for fuck's sake.
That's another thing. This guy seems to leech onto drama and is very quick to call people out. I mean, does every little thing need to be addressed? Does any of it concern him at all?
Does it fucking matter, though? I mean, if he finds a lot of issues with someone or something online, then he should call it out. Also, this doesn't refute any of his actual criticisms, so this point is a waste of time.
Is this a mature way to handle art theft? It's only giving the art thief more traffic to their page and then exposing them to more people who they can steal art from. The mature way to handle it, in my opinion, would be to let the artists know that their art has been stolen before doing anything else and then reporting it and asking the thief in question to take the art down. Do art thieves need their own 10-minute long video? Making videos about art theft is doing more harm than good.
Well, he might not really care if it does bring the artist attention and only cares about bringing entertainment to his audience. Like, that's not really a fucking vague concept. I really don't get why this is so hard for you morons to understand.
Like I said, it's just exposing more people to art theft and then, in turn, giving them more art to steal. The entire situation is just a mess. This guy's DeviantArt comments aren't really all that impressive either. They're full of people telling him to complain about art or people that they don't like. Do you really want to build your content, your career, off of something as demoralizing as people telling you to complain about art that doesn't suit their personal tastes? I don't know about you, but if my content was built off of hate and spite towards artists and fellow people, I would be ashamed.
Yeah, everyone! The evil cyberbully should be ashamed for going after poor widow victims online, making degenerate fan art. What a fucking asshole. Like, seriously, fuck him.
We tried to give his animation news videos a fair look too, because maybe he knew a thing or two about reviewing cartoons? I'll admit, I went into the videos with high hopes, but good god. I thought he didn't know what he was talking about when it came to art, but he also doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to television or television animation.
To be honest, that doesn't even surprise me, considering you can make a whole fucking series just shitting on the cartoon community.
He made an entire video complaining about cartoons just because of the way they looked. Yeah, maybe the art styles weren't that appealing, but do you know what other cartoon series art style doesn't look appealing? Rick and Morty's.
But does he like Rick and Morty though? What if he doesn't like the show? I mean, I haven't really checked out that many videos from his channel, but unless he likes that show, that doesn't really support your argument. As far as we know, he may hate Rick and Morty because of the same reason. And honestly, I'm going to end the video right here because the rest of the video is just them going over some final thoughts, so I think that will be kind of pointless to leave in the video. So I'm just gonna go over my main problems with this video, right? You know, the arguments were just really poor, and there was a lot of fucking hypocrisy thrown in, and a lot of fucking moral fagging that occurred in this video, to where these guys tried to play the moral high ground, and in which they tried to virtue signal, be like, oh my god, how dare you be mean to this one stupid moron online making shitty fan art. And this type of mentality is a mentality that should just die already. Like, it should just die because, you know, people just forgot what the internet is, right? Like, look, I get it, you know, there are some things you can call out someone for, I get it, but when you're trying to fucking call them out for how they choose to make their videos, you're just a fucking retard. And I just want to make this very clear, I didn't make this video to defend DeviantCringe. I don't want to defend the motherfucker. The guy's a fucking retard, okay? I agree with you guys there, right? The guy's content sucks, and I agree that it sucks. But just because it sucks, I'm not gonna let any fucking criticism go his way. That doesn't mean every fucking criticism that goes his way is gonna be valid, okay? That's just not how shit works, right? I'm not fucking biased, okay? Anyways, that's all I had to say about this video. If you like this video, give me a like. Actually, fuck that cliched bullshit. Just go do something productive with your life instead of watching fucking YouTube videos on the internet. Like, seriously, actually do something productive. Like, for fuck's sake. God damn, man. Anyways, this is MDTV here, the old Rant here, signing off. Have a nice day, everybody. Fucking degenerates.